We weren't like really that happy, but still like kind of happy because we won. And like I like that mindset because like even though we won, like people are like saying like their problems and like willing to solve those issues.
Yeah.
So like with those mindset, I think we can definitely be top three.
Second week of LCS, I'm joined right now by Huhi with coverage presented by Omni Slash to talk about League of Legends esports at the NA LCS studio. Huhi, how do you feel about CLG? Are things going good? Is this a better start? Like what's going on?
I think for sure it's a better start than the last split. Like we already figured out lots of issues and problems from last split, and just in general, I think people are like way more positive, and we also became more friends, I guess.
Yeah.
And got along better, and yeah, I think things are just way better than last split.
Well, you just beat CLG, and it's interesting. Sorry, you just beat CG,
Yeah.
but it's interesting because the reason why I made that mistake, people keep saying CG is CLG without the L, but you just gave them the L today.
Oh, so now they're CLG.
Yes. So I think now you're CG.
Yeah, I guess we're
Is that how
CG
that
now.
works? Okay.
CWG.
CWG, yes. I think that's how it works. But no, I don't know. Had you heard the meme before about the CG is CLG without the L?
It was my first time hearing it.
Okay.
Like, aren't their roster like really different? I thought like Team Liquid was like the XCLG
Yeah.
because they have like lots of XCLG members.
Yeah.
But I never heard that.
It's like the letters, because CG,
Okay.
like what happens if you remove the L from CLG?
CG.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the pun.
Got it.
Okay. You don't like that.
Not really, because I cannot really see like the correlationship. Like if there's no letters, like.
Yeah.
But with Team Liquid, I think I can clearly see. Oh, okay, I
Well,
understand now.
Team Liquid is CLG without the L doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's true. So.
All right. So where do you think you guys are relative to the other teams? Do you think top three? Middle of the pack? What do you think?
I'll say top three. I am always like confident on our teams and on myself too. So even though like we're 2-2 only, I think first week we showed a pretty like good showing of like how dominant we were in the early game.
Yeah.
Going into the second week, I think it was like less impressive than the first week. We still like even with today's win versus Clutch, like we weren't really happy about the way how we won.
Yeah.
It was like pretty rusty and not clean, and we are aware of that. We weren't like really that happy, but still like kind of happy because we won, and like I like that mindset because like even though we won, like people are like saying like their problems and like willing to solve those issues.
Yeah.
So like with those mindset, I think we can definitely be top three.
Are you appreciating this meta because it allows you to play Aurelion Sol more?
I mean, Aurelion Sol is kind of a champion that I'll just play in any meta.
Okay.
I don't know why when it became like me and Aurelion Sol became that relationship. It's just
Because you were like the only person playing him, and CLG's like breakout tournament was at MSI where you had Pocket Aurelion Sol. That's why.
I guess. But yeah, like for me, Aurelion Sol, I just want to play like whenever it's the right time for me to play, or like when I guess I feel like it, even though it's a really bad scenario, so that like I scare them, I guess.
Yeah. You just want to throw them off their guard, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
What do you think of Clutch after playing them just now?
Clutch. I think they defended really well, like of our plays. Like they even like TP top as Lucian in level like 3 or something, and that it was my first time seeing it. Like even in like on stage, it was pretty crazy. They did like a lots of those like innovative plays to stop my roam. So like in that way, I think they were pretty good. But yeah, I think from pick and bans, like we just had the lead and we just like snowballed the wheel. So.
One of the things that's interesting to me right now is it feels like all the teams can kind of take games off of any of them. Like we've had splits before where, you've just had a team that goes on like a rampage and goes undefeated for most of the split. We saw everything from like Team Liquid losing to Golden Guardians to like TSM looks kind of weak to like you guys look like you're on the upswing after the spring split. It just feels like everything's kind of in chaos right now in the NA LCS. Do you think that there are teams that are better than others? Do you think that we have the same kind of like top team, bottom team situation, or just all the teams are good?
I actually think like now like the gap definitely got closer and closer, especially with like this crazy meta. Like people just pull out like crazy stuff, like and other people won't really like notice. For example, like the Echo Fox game that they played, enemy like pulled out the Kaisa super mid, and then like they pulled out Irelia to answer it, but it wasn't really good. Like because of those reasons, there's definitely times that like teams will take like wins over some like better teams, but the gap definitely got closer.
Do you like the fact that mid laners can kind of pop down into the bot lane?
Yeah, like I think before I was like the only one who really enjoyed like playing field in solo queue or like even like be willing to fill any roles. But nowadays, like I see a lot of people like pro players playing other roles than their roles, and like people don't think it's a troll like since like it's been a meta now, and they're doing it to practice stuff like that. So in solo queue, at least like I'm having a lot of fun, and even in scrims, like it's really interesting, but also sometimes really frustrating because like sometimes like we don't know what to work on because the game is so crazy.
Why haven't we seen you pull a Huni? Huni's in all these different roles. If you play Phil all the time, why haven't we seen you like in all the different roles already?
I mean, I really wanted to, but I don't think like we should go that crazy. I think like Huni's on another level where like he kind of does whatever he wants. But like I kind of want to like be more like disciplined to myself and like play the game smarter because I truly believe like that like if I like just switch the role, like the communication is gonna be so different. And like say that like if Trevor like 6A comes mid, like their synergy with Reinover is also gonna be different. So I think it will overall hurt the team more than helping us right now. So that's why like I didn't want us to make a crazy like change.
Very good. And then final question, I was talking to Stixay and Nick Allen about this a little bit last week, but you guys have a performance center now, a like training facility. What is it like for you? What do you think of it?
Yeah, now we have a new like facility that we go instead of a team house. It's really like big, clean, nice, and it separates like our work and living environment. So I do think it does help us in like having a fresh mindset whenever we come back from our house to work. Like people will be like more general, like more energetic, and I think the only downside I really saw was like not spending as much time as a team. But I think by doing like third block and like doing like some kind of activities or content, we're like kind of solving that problem as well. So far, like I like it a lot.
Did you know that you live like 2 blocks from me?
Really?
Yeah. Century City. I live over in Century City, near the Century City Mall.
Oh.
Yeah. You gonna come hang out?
You can come hang out to us.
Well, you can come hang out at my place.
Okay, if you invite me.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, very good. I found this out because I dropped Biofrost off at your guys' place.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's like literally really close to my place.
Do you have a roommate?
Yeah, Kobe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know Kobe? He's a caster.
Yeah. Isn't he CLG caster?
Yeah. CLG caster. Yeah, exactly. There you go. All right, cool. Well, you can come by sometime. Do you want to say anything to any of the fans out there?
To the fans out there, I think all the time, like when I get this question, like I'll always say, like we're really confident in ourselves and like we're trying to do our best on like winning and be like the best team in NA. But yeah, I think the other time Darshan was talking about like how like the only thing he can really guarantee guarantee the fans is like we're gonna do our best and put our heart out there, and that's what I'm gonna do as well.
Okay, thank you so much, Huhi, for the interview. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel.
I knew I could never escape this. I freaking landed my dream job at Riot, interviewing pros and stuff, and I still have to do outros for Travis. I just can't get out of it. Literally, you can't see it, but on my back, there's like a contract that was carved into me, like full-on freaking FMA, Riza. No, that was burned into her, but you get the idea. So thanks, Omni Slash, for this.
Tell them to subscribe.
Subscribe.